welcome to the Anything Goes podcast. I'm your host, as always, Kombat AllStar, and today we're going to be talking about who is the strongest supervillain of all times across all mediums. And with me, I have a very special guest, my boy, my man, Nate.
Hello, how you doing, people?
Yes, so, you want me to go? You want me to start first, or do you want to start first?
I'll let you start first.
All right. So, it's hard because there's so many different mediums between, like, you know, Image, DC, Marvel, Dragon Ball Z. I mean, everything I can think of. There's so many different villains that are so strong. But at the top of the list, I would have to say Darkseid. For a lot of reasons. I mean, mostly because if you know his backstory, he killed all the gods on his planet and became a god himself by doing so. And every time he fights Superman just gets the crap kicked out of him, where he has to basically get the Justice League all together and come up with some smart way to take him down, because they can't take him down, you know, one-on-one. So that's one of the only villains I think is worthy of the most powerful of the strongest, because he's just it always takes a group of people to beat him. It never takes just one person. So that's my pick for the strongest of all time.
Well, since you went with that, I have to go with Thanos.
Thanos?
I mean, not many people can knock around Galactus.
But Galactus is just tall. He's not even powerful. He's just a really tall dude.
I mean, he eats planets. I mean, you don't get no more uber strong than that.
I guess, but he's still... Yeah. If I was big and the planet was a Skittle, I could just pop the Skittle in my mouth. I don't think it's powerful. But I know he does... Go ahead.
I mean, he's the size of planets. Look, he's like bigger than planets. Not to mention Thanos is just... I mean, he goes around all... He kind of pretty much does what he wants to do. You know.
Well, I mean... Yeah, but I feel like he's a cop-out. I feel like he's only really strong unless when he has the Infinity Gauntlet. When he doesn't have the Infinity Gauntlet, he's just kind of a regular bad guy.
Well, yeah, I'll give it to you on that one.
Yeah, because didn't Fantastic Four beat him?
Say it again?
I said, didn't the Fantastic Four beat them by themselves?
The kind of what you could define as beat. I mean, they stopped him from what he was trying to accomplish, but they didn't really, like, beat him and, lock him up or anything like that. It kind of just, persuaded him physically not to do what he was doing.
Right.
So, I mean, I think that's where Thanos and Darkseid kind of, you never really beat them, you just kind of, like, stop them from accomplishing their goals, so.
Yeah. I wonder how that's going to work out in the Guardians and the
I would really like to see those two go head to head.
They almost did in DC versus Marvel, the comic.
Yeah, I know, and I think that's what everybody really wanted to see. I wish they really would do that series all over again. Yeah,
I mean, they ended up They ended up actually teaming up, which was kind of lame. But yeah,
I think really unfair.
Yeah, so yeah, they ended up teaming up together, which was kind of dumb. I thought they should just duke it out and fight, but I guess they had too many similar common interests. But yeah, I wonder how that's going to play out on not Captain America Civil War, but the new Avengers movies that are coming out, Part 1 and Part 2.
Well, unfortunately, like the movie always says, they never showed a villain to their true potential. I mean, They never take them to that full thing of like what they're really capable of doing. Like, I think Magneto, for instance, is so much more powerful than they make him in the movie. But unfortunately, they can't make him too uber strong because,
Well, I mean, he was like he was like bending satellites and all that kind of stuff and taking the iron out of people's blood. I think he was plenty powerful in the movie. You don't think it was powerful?
Yeah, but as we know, I mean, there's a reason why he became the leader of the mutants.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, he told the total apocalypse by himself before, so
What?
And
No.
I've seen a lot.
Wait. Oh, really? He went. I didn't know that. I thought he really went toe to toe with Apocalypse.
He went toe to toe with Apocalypse, which I mean, is another strong villain. I just didn't put him in that category just because when AllStar came around, he kind of backed down. So, you know, to me, that took him out of the super uber categories.
Yeah, I mean,
but I would like to see how he would step up to being against heroes on the Marvel side.
Yeah, I like.
Because technically, Superman got killed by Doomsday. So,
well, he didn't get killed by Doomsday. He just got his heart rate just slowed to the point where it was basically like 1 beat a day, so he could recover. So Superman's never actually died. A lot of people don't know that.
Well, he beat me to subconsciousness.
I guess. I mean, if you want to put it in our terms, I guess they beat him and put him in a coma.
Yeah. So, I mean, unless you go with definition, Superman is pretty much the strongest, superhero in DC.
No. No, I don't think he's the strongest in DC. He's one of the strongest.
Superhero?
Huh?
Superhero?
No. I honestly think that Martian Manhunter is probably the strongest. I mean, we all know that Green Lantern is stronger than Superman. I mean, that's been pointed out plenty of times in the comics. And we all know that Martian... Yeah. Because basically how it works is his will is basically, if you wield the Green Lantern ring, you're basically using all the will from all the creatures in the universe to wield it. Kind of like the Spirit Bomb, like Goku's Spirit Bomb. And then the stronger the will of the person who holds the ring, the stronger the constructs are. So there's been times, even in the Justice League TV show, they even said that Green Lantern is stronger than Superman. So yeah, he's not the strongest in the universe. He has the most powers in the universe, but he's not the strongest by far. Yeah, and Martian Manhunter's being...
I would really like a crossplay of like the characters.
Yeah,
like another Marvel versus DC.
Yeah, I would like an Avengers versus the Justice League movie.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. I hope they would do that, but I know they would. We all know they know that they would make a crap ton of money from that. But I think
the problem really with that would be was who's gonna get what money. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, it's not only that. It's like, oh, we'll make a lot of money doing this, but hey, our actors are bigger names, or our movies were more successful, so our actors deserve more money than those actors do, or something like that.
And then also, screen time would be the other issue.
Just make the movie 4 hours long. I'd go see a 4 hour long movie that had the X-Men and the Avengers. No, not the X-Men, but the Justice League and the Avengers in it. I'd like to see that. Shoot.
I have a question. Do you think the Incredible Hulk will have a chance to get
again too?
I just
Superman?
drew a blank. No.
Green Lantern?
No, Darkseid.
No. Darkseid is so much more. The thing about Darkseid is he has the intellect of Lex Luthor, and he has the strength of like 50 Hulks. I mean, if you want to look at it like who can beat who, I mean, in the crossover comic DC versus Marvel, Superman did beat the Hulk, and he beat the best Hulk. He beat the Professor. So if Superman can beat the Professor, and he no. Okay, so there's a version of the Hulk where he can control all of his powers, and he has all of his intelligence, and he calls himself the Professor. So, and that's the Hulk that Superman beat. And in the comics, he even said, it nearly took all of my strength, and he said he nearly took all of my strength, and he was able to stand up to it. So if he wasn't even giving it his all, he gave it almost his all and beat the Hulk at his best. and he cannot. He's like a featherweight, nowhere near coming close to beating Darkseid on his own. Then that should tell you right there how powerful Darkseid is.
So has there been anybody on DC that's beaten him?
Has anybody on DC beaten Superman?
No, Darkseid.
Only when they come together. And they don't beat him, they kind of force him back and close the portal to his world. So it's kind of the same thing.
So do you think Thanos with his Infinity Gauntlet could beat?
No, I mean, and that's the thing, because Darkseid is a god. He's a legit god, of his planet, and he's happy, and he's the ruler too. So I mean, that's like saying, if Zeus was evil, would he be able to take on, anybody? I mean, it's like, yes, Zeus can take on anybody and beat anybody. That's why he's Zeus. He's been challenged by the Titans and the gods, and no one can touch him. Same thing with Darkseid. I mean, he doesn't have Mount Olympus or anything like that, but I mean, everyone's come against him and everyone's lost. The only way they actually beat him, quote unquote beat him, is they open up a boom tube, they force him back to Apocalypse, and it takes all the Justice League and sometimes more to do that.
So I guess he wins that category then.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm not sure if. And that's the thing. I know very little about Thanos. I know that he's obsessed with death, and death is basically a woman who loves death and destruction. So he kills people and kills planets to please her. But as far as how strong he is, I don't think his strength's really been measured outside of the Infinity Gauntlet story arc.
Right.
So, and me being a DC guy, I don't bone up on all my Thanos and everything. So I'm not quite sure what his abilities are and what he can actually do without the gauntlet.
So tell me something. Do you think that DC has a chance in the Justice League to overcome and be better than Civil War? I mean, not Civil War. The Avengers movies or even the X-Men movies that have multiple franchise characters in one movie. Yes,
because and before, I would have said maybe, I don't know, it's too early to tell, but now it's a definite yes, just because they have Ben Affleck directing movies for them now, and writing movies. He's going to be writing and directing the new Batman. They also put Jeff Johns in charge of all of the movie, the cinematic universe of DC. And we all know that Jeff Johns, he's basically almost single-handedly saved DC in the comics. He had help from like Dwayne McDuffie and a few others, but he's an awesome story writer. He has a lot to do with all the shows, except for Supergirl, but he had a lot to do with The Flash, with Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow. So he knows what he's doing. And the fact that he's now in charge of the DC universe, the cinematic universe, after Batman vs Superman came out, I think it's right. They have a bright future. I think it's going to surprise a lot of people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I definitely think they're going to have some strong movies. Still not digging The Rock as Black Adam, though. I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed when I heard that too. Him being a villain, I don't know, for some reason doesn't translate really well.
Yeah, not only that, but he doesn't really look like any hero, and Black Adam has a very distinct, almost Greek-like look, because, that universe is very God, and almost like Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman's Greek, and everybody in there kind of looks Greek with the nose and the chin, and Black Adam looks nothing like The Rock. So I don't know. I guess that hasn't stopped Hollywood in the past, but still, it's a little weird.
If you can get the character down, like as far as acting, I just hope they don't rely on just him being The Rock that's selling that character.
And I was also curious. I'm like, why would a big, as much as I hate to say it, why would a big star like The Rock want to play a villain? Have you ever played Shenmue?
Well, I mean, sometimes they do want to get in these movies, and any way they can. Look at Jamie Foxx. He played, Electro. So
yeah, but I mean, okay, so if you ever, I'm not sure if you ever played Shenmue, but Shenmue is a game about a guy, Ryu, who's actually his dad gets murdered by this guy named Landy. So
right.
both games he's trying to find Landy. So in the Shenmue 2, he got really close to Landy and he got away again. So I'm wondering if that's going to happen with Black Adam. Are they going to be like, I'm trying to find Black Adam. He's my greatest nemesis. He keeps throwing these henchmen at me, and then maybe in the third movie he finally gets to him. That would be really cool. Or do you think they're just going to kill him off?
Because with superhero movies they tend to kill off the villain for some odd reason. I don't understand that, but they tend to kill off the villain instead of generally just getting locked up or whatever.
Yeah, but this is the first time a big action star is agreed to play the villain. So I mean, as much as I like Jamie Foxx, I mean he's not a big star. He's established. He's been doing it for a while, but I wouldn't put him as a big star. So for me, it's.
It won't be the first time. It won't be the first time Rock has played a character that he killed off.
Yeah, that's.
I remember in Doom, his character got killed off. I don't know. At least with Marvel, they have no problem. With Marvel, with hiring really big screen actors to play these characters.
Okay.
Like William Dafoe with Green Goblin, who was a huge actor for that time, and they got him in Green Goblin, and they had no problem killing him off, even though Green Goblin was one of Spider-Man's main and highly successful villains. They killed him off with the quickness.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just thinking maybe I'm hoping for something different. I mean, and like even William Dafoe, he's a great actor. He's one of my favorite actors, but he's not a big name. Okay, so if we'll take for example Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Back in the 80s, Arnold Schwarzenegger was probably the biggest, if not the biggest. He was one of the biggest names, if not the biggest name ever in the 80s, right? But right now, he's not the biggest star. He's not. But he's still Arnold Schwarzenegger, just like William Dafoe. William Dafoe is a great actor. He had his time, but when Spider-Man came out, it was like winding down at the end of his career. He's not really doing much now. So that to me doesn't really count as much as like saying, The Rock is a big star right now, like one of the biggest action stars right now. So to have him play a villain is a little odd to me. I'm hoping that they do like, with Marvel's doing with the chase as far as having Thanos. He's in every movie. They're trying to get to him, building up to him. But it would be nice if, with this one they play a little different and actually chase Black Adam.
The only way I can see they probably keeping him, because I know they will probably want, if they make a second movie, is to introduce, like they do Magneto. Kind of like, Magneto is a villain, but he's an integral part of the storyline.
That's true.
So that's the only one I can see. But the problem is, they do keep him, then he has to be the villain, the main villain for the second one.
And
the main villain for.
But see what
the main villain for whatever.
But see, Magneto, he's not only an integral part of the story. They refuse to kill each other. You know what I mean? Like you said, they always in every movie seems like they're always killing off the main villain, no problem. But those guys were friends. Even now in the comics, they're old men playing chess in some abandoned building or something. But they're not going to want to destroy each other. But Black Adam and Shazam, they're going to want to kill each other. They're enemies. So,
and that's why I just don't see. It's so easy for, at least movie-wise, for them to kill off the villain to add a new villain in and don't worry about, when it comes down to another contract and stuff like this, and because they actually keep the heroes on sometimes. So I don't know. I just unless they're trying to incorporate like kind of being like a part 2 type of thing, I don't really see them keeping him as a character. Just for the simple fact that they don't do it.
Yeah, I really hope that they set a new standard for that and actually do it, because I mean, before there weren't a lot of superheroes in one movie, and now we got that. It's almost commonplace. So maybe my hopes are a little high. I'm just hoping they try something different and they actually keep them around. That'd be pretty sweet. But either way, I mean, we'll see what happens. I got a lot of hope for Jeff Johns and Ben Affleck, so we'll see what happens with the movies when they come out, start rolling out.
I mean, it's definitely possible. Marvel's shown that you can have a lot of big stars in a movie and still, you know, split it up with storyline, with screen time. You know, X-Men showing you can do it.
Right.
Avengers showing you can do it. Even the last Civil War shows that you can even incorporate other characters that have they're owned by other companies. So
yeah,
it's not impossible. It's really up to those producers. Because that's what it really comes down to, those producers making sure that gets done, you know.
Right. All right,
and,
so...
You know, and some people putting their egos to the side.
Yeah. But I mean, like, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, like, so what do you guys, everybody who's out there listening now, what do you guys think? Do you think they're going to do something brand new since The Rock is going to play the Black Adam? Or do you think they're going to kind of kill him off and you know, replace him with somebody else in the next movie? Also, who do you guys think is the best or the most powerful supervillain? Let us know in the comments below. And like I always say, like, subscribe, share. And until next time, so long, everybody.